right, what's good? This your boy Yusef Hood, hollering at y'all directly from my studio. You know what I'm saying? Hoodfilms.com. Hit me up on a like and a subscribe button, y'all. Check me out. Get at me down there. Hit those buttons because when I do this, man, I want y'all to follow me. I want the algorithms to pick me up and shoot me all around YouTube so the world can know about what we're doing over here, hoodfilms.com, hoodfilms, all on YouTube. So hit us up, like and subscribe, and get at me, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all's support. We appreciate everything y'all been doing for us over the years, man. Thank you. It's been a great journey. All this shit is coming together for us, and we appreciate that, man. I started making movies early in my life, man, and I've been doing it ever since. You know what I'm saying? I never gave up on it, and I never will. So my movie Hood Life is gonna be 20 years old. Can you imagine that? I made a movie 20 fucking years ago, and that shit is gonna be 20. At that time, it wasn't all this podcasting and video into the world like this. You was just trying to hope that the world would see something that you did. You know I blaze. So anyway, I went and I made that movie. It was 9/11 was the morning that I finished it. I didn't really realize that at the time. It was just a day that I had to go record the movie and get it off the computer because they were what you call purging the computer, which is deleting everything on that motherfucker. So it was at my old school I was going to. So I went to my hood. I hollered at my homies. I was like, yo, we gotta make a movie, man. It's gonna be like this. And they was like, okay, cool. Here's some ideas. Here's some ideas. Here's some ideas. We culminated all those ideas into this story about two brothers trying to take over the block that they grew up on. But the guy who owned it is gonna have a problem about that. So it was a big old issue going down. So you could go on YouTube right now and look up Yusef Hood and then put Hood Life in there, or just put Hood Life, Hood Films, or Yusef Hood Movies, and you'll be able to see the movie right now. It's on YouTube, and I want y'all to check it out because it's a great movie, all done in Chicago, all done with great actors. People have seen the movie over the times, and they'll be like, man, that one character reminded me of my brother. He reminded me of my cousin. Damn, man, that was a dope ass movie. So that's why I want y'all to go see it. Go check out my movie Hood Life. We're looking at 20 years right now where this movie was done. At the time, I had turned 28 years old. I was 28 years old when that movie got made. And I was motherfucking shooting my ass off at that time, running around filming everything. And you don't know how bad I wish it was a fucking internet back then where you could go around and do your thing and put video up there like that. It's just far-fetched. And now 20 years later, in my 40s, that's the way the world is. The way I talk to you is through video. If I had to do video, you wouldn't know me. Just like before I did this video right here, you wouldn't even know what the fuck I'm talking about with my movie Hood Life being 20 years old. But it is, and it was my movie of me putting up as a writer, director, cameraman, editor. I did every job. But my passion for filmmaking goes deep. So I wanted to go to school because I remember as a kid, I heard Spike Lee say he had a master's degree in filmmaking. I didn't know what the fuck that was. I was like, what? The fuck is that? But he said that's the way they decided to go get their hands on equipment so that they can go film. And I was like, damn, that's a dope idea because I was from the hood, South Side of Chicago. I was broke as hell. I wasn't making a penny. And that's what life was. And it was just like, so you just got to strive on. And so the people from Chicago, they would support me by bootlegging my movie and putting it out to the world. So imagine that, little old me putting out a movie in 2001 and every fucking body in the city and wide out even saw it. So by the time it got cool outside, cool enough to be like, I don't know, February, March, I was traveling to motherfucking States with this movie. Shout out to J-Dog, rest in peace. Because he had saw the movie and he was so enthralled by it. He was like, I could put a scene in there with him in it because he was just like going to be a producer on the film. And he had just became like so enthralled by the movie. Matter of fact, he was so enthralled by the movie that some of the actors was kind of getting bored at the beginning of the filming process. And they was like, man, fuck all this movie shit. Cause it was new. It was like a movie, man, fuck that shit. So it was like, come on, man. They was like, I don't care about all that shit. So then they had already shot scenes with it and everything. So I'm thinking like, we got to finish this, but they was like, yeah, whatever, I'm busy. So when J-Dog came around, he wasn't from our hood. He came around and he was just like, a movie? Y'all making a movie in the hood? Oh my God. And then all of a sudden everybody started popping back up like, who is dude? Like, he liked that shit? Like, oh, okay. All right, well, fuck it. Yeah, you know what, I'm back in. Yeah, hell yeah. And that only took a few days, but everybody jumped right back in it. And we finished it and the whole city came around. That's a time in my life where I'm always cherishing. It's almost like a drug. Almost, it's like you always chasing those moments when your film it hit so hard. I was just like, what the fuck? I never imagined something that I made with that much passion and expertise in my heart from here, because I didn't know nothing about filmmaking. I just was trying to go to school for it, but I didn't know nothing. I just tried to do my best, and that's the movie that I came out with. It's called Hood Life. After that, other movies got even bigger than that, and I was just like, oh my God, I thought you couldn't hit this again, and it got even bigger than that. So my movie South Chicago Uncut, which came out the following year, it was unreal how big that one got. That one got so big, I wanted to fucking graduate. I really wanted my degrees at that point, because I was like, fuck this. That's how you can, that's filmmaking? Oh my God. And again, I never sold this stuff to nobody. Like, I never sold it to a white man company. I never sold it to nobody. I always kept ownership of my shit. So I always felt all of the 100% of what was coming back from it. Now, there's people who made money from bootlegging, and there's people who made money from how they got money, but that's nothing I can do about that, because I don't even know them fucking people. You know what I'm saying? But I was grateful for anybody who promoted it, who put their hands on it, who liked it, who thought it was important, because you imagine that I had no money. I had not 10 cents. I made that movie with just a camera and editing. It took me a while to edit it. I made the movie, and it took me days and weeks to get to an editing system where I could find a way to edit it. It came together. That was 20 years ago. So I got a lot of memory with that movie Killer of Hood Life. And I'm grateful for the journey. I'm grateful for the time. And thank you to all the people who helped me do it in front of the camera, and who was back there with me trying to bring that journey together. You know what I'm saying? I had the music for some guys from my neighborhood who helped out. One of them passed away over the years, Tavashe. I'm grateful for his sound and his song that he put into the movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a grateful person when it comes to filmmaking, because it's a community that brings movies together. It's more than just one person. It's like you might be the spearhead or the person with the idea, but it takes so much people, energy, and time and effort to come together. Again, the time when we traveled around the country to go promote it, I didn't have a penny. I did not have a dollar. I was scared to even go with them niggas, because I wasn't even really, I didn't know them like that. But they was just like, yo, man, this movie is important. You gotta go. So I didn't even take my main camera, because I was like, what if I take my main camera with y'all and it break or something go wrong? I barely knew them. You know what I'm saying? They was guys from the movie. And so I knew them only as far as, let's make this movie. We didn't grow up together. We wasn't 30-year niggas. We didn't kick it, smoke, hang, none of that shit. We were just niggas who came together for this film. And then when it hit, it made them so ecstatic. They was like, we got to go to New York. We got to go here. We got to go there. And I was like, damn, that's dope. I see how when y'all get back, they're like, no, fuck that. You got to go too. I'm thinking like, me, I ain't got $4. I'm literally not having money. And they like, nah, nigga, you coming. We got you. It was a harsh journey, but we did it. And we got up there. We saw P. Diddy. Man, that was 2001. All that shit is irrelevant right now. You name these people now, it's like, who cares? That was 20 years ago. You know, but we went to Philly when we saw them, because they was ecstatic about this song by Freeway. He had came out on a song with Jay-Z, and it was like his debut song. It was so crazy at that time. The energy and pulse behind that song was so crazy when he was from the hood, that we went straight to Beanie Sigel in them neighborhood. We drove up in their hood, because we was like, we got to see this ourselves. We went to Marcy Projects. You know what I'm saying? We did all that, because this is 2001. Now you see so many people doing that today. It's crazy, but shit, I was in my 20s back then, so that's what we had to do, just a part of being in a rap and being a movie that we made from Chicago. And I remember being out there in New York selling to people, and eventually going to Detroit, and eventually going to Jersey and different towns. So just was a great journey for the movie Hood Life. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for y'all for watching this video too, and thank y'all for checking me out, and thank y'all for liking and subscribing, and getting me up to the amount of followers I got. I think I'm at like 92 or something like that. This completely grassroots. It's not like no frills, no fake. There's no affiliate markets. It's none of that. It's just me talking directly to you on my studio, how I talk it and kick it to the audience, just like that. I'm a real dude. I am not fake. I don't really kick it like that with fake people. You know, it's like that when you have that energy in yourself, and then you could kind of feel that energy in other humans. And that's how it is. It's like, so I don't go out here trying to fit in and kick it and fake rock. You know what I'm saying? I don't really too much fake rock. I just rock. And if you fake around me, you ain't gonna last around me no way, because you ain't gonna catch me being fake too much. Zero, matter of fact. I'm just gonna be me. And that's how I always be. You know what I'm saying? So I hoop my ass off with a weather change in Chicago. I kind of ball like on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Because actually I don't work for nobody. So I can have that freedom to go out there and shoot around all damn day if I want to. But I mostly do it in the early mornings just to kind of keep myself mentally in shape, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that creativity, like when you come into the rim and you're always coming up with a different move, when you baking or you come into the rim, so whatever you're doing to get the shot, but you're doing something different every time you had a ball. I think that's what my filmmaking is like. You know what I'm saying? It's like I have to come up with something different every time. So I don't have a series. I've had series in the past, but I don't have a series right now. So I want to take one of my movies and turn it into a series. Like for instance, the Killer Rapper series. Or I just got a new series that I'm trying to work on. It's called Make the Hood Cry. My son sent me a song called Make the Hood Cry. And it's just been playing in my head for the last weeks. I like it, so I've been trying to create a storyline behind that idea of Make the Hood Cry. And if you got some ideas about that title, Make the Hood Cry, let me know what you think that some of the ideas that could be in that movie would Make the Hood Cry. I think that's something that you could do. I also got a book out. It's on Amazon called How to Make a Hood Movie. You should actually go check that out, because if you're a person that's a filmmaker or somebody that uses your cell phone to tell stories, this is a good book. It's short. It's like 20 pages deep. It's going to give you a little insight on how to get going and creating yourself a brand, or a movie brand, a book brand. I'm sorry, a movie that's going to expand your brand. That's what I'm trying to say. Because you can be the main character. Your friends can be the main character. The people from school, the people from your family. It's important that you're telling your stories nowadays, because in 2001, Hood Life came out. It had to go out in the streets. And so people had it in a DVD and they took it home. But there was no way to broadcast it on video or on the internet like this and all this shit like that. So it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So now you have a chance to do that, and you need minimum equipment. Back then I had to have a camera. I had to find editing equipment that wasn't at my house. It was somewhere else that I had to go to and sit up in there. They closed at a certain time. It was a lot of shit like that. So it was like the next day, I was so emphatic to get this movie done. I'd be up there at 7 in the morning waiting for dude to come open the door. He like, damn, you beat me up here. I'm like, I'm gonna beat your ass up here every fucking day after this, because I got to do this. I don't fucking want to sleep. Yeah, I got to go to bed over fucking night. What the hell is that shit? But it wasn't at the time when you could have editing shit at the home and edit all night long and do all of that, you know. So this is that time. So that's why I say How to Make a Hood Movie is a great ebook that you could download. You can download the ebook, or you get the hard copy. Go on Amazon.com. Put your boy Hood Films in there. I got my own store on Amazon, so you can really go buy my shit on some independent shit and put me out there and grab it for yourself and learn something, you feel me? And put yourself together and do some movies and do some storytelling, because that's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna tell you storytelling tips. I'm gonna be about storytelling. I'm gonna talk shit about all the kind of shit I like to talk about, and it's gonna be a lot about movie making and creativity and making shit happen. So that being said, I think I'm gonna jump up off of here and go jump into the day, because I know my W, she waiting on me like, I want you to go here with me and do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in the wind and kick it with her. And I thank y'all for watching, and like and subscribe and share and put me out there. Let's do it. This your boy Hood Films. Give me your name down in the comments, and I'm gonna follow y'all back and all that good shit. All right, holla.